What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We are back in Warframe, and I want to apologize first and foremost about the lack of content. I have officially moved into a dual PC setup, and I got that done. I got my settings right. I started recording some stuff for you guys, some stuff that I know that a lot of you guys are looking forward to, including Borderlands 3 and The Remnant. Remnant from the Ashes, and gonna go on and do some other great stuff. And then as soon as I started recording gameplay, I got a few episodes in, I was getting ready to upload and all that stuff. Literally, my one computer that I used to game on and now is going to be my recording PC, blue screened into freaking oblivion. I cannot get this thing to boot up. I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out. I've done a few things which literally makes it boot, but it's incredibly slow. I just don't have the time. I work 6 days a week, upwards of 50 to 60 hours a week, so I just don't have time. I'm gonna take it in to get repaired, and then we should be back full swing. But I've started just setting up some settings so I can get some content out for you guys in terms of Warframe updates and stuff like that on my PC. They'll be a little bit different, You might be able to hear my keyboard because my new mic and the settings are now completely wiped, so now it's a matter of fixing sound suppression and stuff. But anyways, we're gonna get in, we're gonna look at Grendel real quick. I know you guys I know you guys like a lot of the first looks, so we're gonna take a look at that. And yes, I am wearing two hoodies because it is incredibly cold. There's like 10 inches of snow outside right now where I live, and we're going Eskimo mode, but we're gonna take a look at Grendel real quick because he's a big beefy boy. He's a very hungry beefy boy. But anyways, we're jumping in here. This is Grendel and his default color scheme. I did throw on a little bit of attachments just to kind of, I don't know, increase his his look. He's got this chest piece from the Revenant collection. He's also got these little Grineer booster-like things on his legs. I think it kind of fits him pretty well. And then the Cyandana is the Cyandana that comes with Grendel, the Grendel pack. So that is that. And then we have the helmet. And then there is going to be the alternate helmet if you are interested in that, the Grendel Glut helmet. So yeah, dinner is served, an iconic helmet for Grendel. Pretty cool. You can choose to go about your own color schemes and designs the way you would like to set them up yourself. He's got this almost like jack-o'-lantern looking deal with his stomach. So he's got the eyes, and then he's got the stomach that opens up, which is how he consumes his enemies and stuff like that. His abilities are pretty cool. Alerts can just go away, please. I'm busy. But there he is. He's pretty beefy boy. He's I don't know. His definitely his model or whatever is completely rigged up differently. It's just he's just got so much beefiness to him. His legs are huge, and then I even made him a little bit bigger with those attachments. But a very big beefy boy. But I kind of like the default helmet, the kind of the rhino looking type thing. Pretty cool. We're going to get in and take a look at a couple different color schemes, and as well as doing some randomizations like we usually do. But there you have his default color scheme all set up the way he's all good and set up. So let's get in, I guess. Is there anything else specific you guys need to know about Grendel? I don't think so. His abilities, we could take a look at those real quick. We have the Feast ability, which allows him to consume the enemies, and while he's actually consumed in those enemies, he's going to damage those enemies, and it's going to drain his abilities a little bit. But it also gives him armor reduction, which is kind of the best part of this. If you consume a whole bunch of enemies into your stomach, you're going to reduce your damage that you've been taken. So that's pretty cool. Nourish is in here. Consumes enemies in Grineer's gut and nourish nearby squad members with a radial buff. So whatever enemies are within your stomach, he's going to actually turn those enemies into a buff by fully consuming those enemies, doing whatever damage he needs to create that buff and give them out to your allies. So that's pretty cool. And then regurgitate. If you have an enemy consumed within Grendel's body, he will actually spit it back out, and it will do like an area of effect damage when it hits. When it travels through the air and hits whatever its target is, it's going to do this big damage effect of toxin damage. It looks like, and damage the nearby enemies, which is pretty cool. And then lastly is the pulverize, which allows him to like ball up into a rolling ball of doom. And just go through and just crush enemies, deal significant damage to those guys, and that's kind of Grendel's thing. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. But anyways, we're gonna roll off of that so see his abilities. Oh, his passive. His passive is each enemy consumed grants a 50 bonus armor, which makes him really, really tanky. If you can get a good range on that one ability to consume a whole bunch of enemies, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. So. Let's go back in here, and we'll get in. We'll go through appearance mode, and we'll go through some. We'll do some randomizations at the end, but I ended up going through and making a few of my own. So we'll go into the B slot, which I completely randomize. It gets that white look, but threw in some green in there. Pretty good looking. A little bit of brown. Makes him look more like Rhino-y inspired. So I feel like they're all like two peas in a pot. They're kind of similar in some way. So. I thought that'd be kind of a cool look for him. I threw on the booster deal on his back, which is from the Hildren aesthetic. Because he's good friends with Gauss, I thought it'd be kind of cool that because he is kind of a tankier, like heavy frame, that he would have his booster pack so that he could at least slightly better keep up with Gauss. Even though this is just for aesthetic reasons, I like to think that he has to at some point turn on this booster pack in order to kind of keep up with Gauss sometimes when it comes to being on the battlefield. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. Plus, I think it actually fits the aesthetic pretty decently. Especially if he's going to roll up into a ball, he's probably going to have to get a little bit of a head start with that roll. You know what I mean? Anyways, pretty cool. I like the color scheme on that. Jumping in, take a look at the next one. This one randomized. This one's a little bit darker, but gets with this like dark brownish purplish kind of look, with a little bit of gold in there, making them look pretty cool. I did like the like icy looking metal pieces that comes around. It's on his fingertips, and I don't know. There's something cool about it. I like kind of where it's placed across the body. It looks good to me. So. I like that, and I stuck with it. Same with the Syandana, stuck with the Hildren jetpack deal. And then I got him in the different agile stance, so that was pretty cool. And then we'll jump over, take a look at this one. This one definitely with the darker grays and then the gold kind of aesthetic on top of that, I thought was pretty cool. I don't know. I felt like it was a really, really cool look. I threw on the what is it? The attachments. Those are the Magor leg pieces. One of them is the Towson, so you can see the difference, and one of them is the regular. I kind of like the regulars because it fits his texture a little bit better. There's nothing fancy in this design, and throwing in these fancy, textures and stuff kind of draws from the eye, and I don't really want to do that. I feel like he's a pretty good, like designed frame, so. I don't want to take away from his look too much, but I wanted to show you guys the difference in those two armor pieces. So, but there you go again, the jetpack looking pretty cool. And then jumping over to the final slot, I have this one. I have set up like this because my other Rhino, my White Knight Rhino, is white and blue, and this was basically a complete the transformation from Rhino to Grendel in terms of that tanky type frame, and I really like white and blue for a lot of my frames. So I just went and ran with it, and there it is. Looks pretty good in my opinion. I think it's pretty cool. But I threw on a different Syandana. This is the Dax Syandana. I felt like it fit this aesthetic pretty well. You could easily go on and throw on the Grendel, or not the Grendel, the Hildren jetpack deal. Let's go and make sure we have the name of that for you guys. That is down here somewhere. I know it's close to the end. Yeah, the Cerator. I thought that looked pretty good, but I wanted to kind of mix it up, wanted to change it up a little bit, and I felt like kind of a tankier run and gun type style. This kind of fit this design more, just because my Rhino is kind of run and gun. So, kind of doing that trade with the colors and the color scheme and the kind of design. So there it is. Um, the blue, these blue metallics, I thought was a little bit too blue. I'm probably going to tone those down. Is that the right one, or am I in the? No, I was in the cyan data. So this one, yeah, I kind of wanted to tone that down. So maybe like go into the ice palette. Yeah, I'd be probably better off in something like that. So I don't know. It's always up to you, up to your discretion. Maybe even going with white so that it doesn't stand out as much. But yeah, something like that. Just so it doesn't stand out, but it does kind of accent his blues a little bit. So looking pretty good. Anyways, that's that. We'll get into some really quick randomizations for you guys. Feel free to stop the footage whenever you want and maybe get a little bit of inspiration for your Grendel. Maybe you already have Grendel, maybe you do not, but maybe this will inspire you to get some color schemes and stuff. A little pink girthy Grendel boy. Maybe you want to do that. That actually kind of looks kind of neat. It's probably like an Easter palette. There's that. Keep rolling on here. Maybe find something you like. Maybe I'll find something I like and am actually going to keep, but I think it looks good. A lot of frames look good with a kind of like a primary white color with a nice accent like a blue or a red or, you know, something like that in there. Even that looks kind of cool. It's like a watery color. I don't know. Roll through here a few times. It didn't take me too long to find colors that I was actually happy with, but there are definitely some frames that I go through and I randomize color schemes for, and it takes me forever to find anything I like. Sometimes there are frames that I can instantly go through and randomize and find two or three like immediately. So this one seems to be like right in between. I'll find one every like 5-10 rotations that I think is all right, and maybe I could tweak, and then you know, in order to get that across 3 slots or whatever, sometimes takes some time. See, like that looks all right. I could probably run with that. Even that looks pretty cool. In fact, I feel like that's a pretty cool aesthetic if you want to roll with something like that. That's pretty cool. A little bit of a teal, a little bit of pink if you're into that deal. Roll through here. And you could probably make that work if you're into more of those tans, kind of tan colors. Roll through here. That's almost default. Like if I just hit that default button, it's very, very similar. That's kind of neat. Kind of pinkish, purplish, magenta, whatever you want to call it. We could go with a Grineer inspired Grendel. That'd be kind of neat. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing a Grax Grendel. That would be really, really cool. I'm sure that Faven could do something really, really awesome with the consuming design around Grendel and make an awesome skin for his Grax collection. But anyways, that's pretty neat. Probably could make something happen with that. Some purples if you want to go with that Lotus, you know, kind of look. Really bright orange. But some of you are out there trying to make stuff that is very like sticks to the original Tenno palette, like grays and, you know, white and like, I don't know, browns and kind of stuff like that. And some of you are out there trying to make the most vibrant Warframes you could possibly find, like these bright greens and purples and pinks and all sorts of stuff. And that's totally fine. So teals, that might be, someone out there might be totally excited to get a Grendel that looks like that. But personally, I don't know. I tend to go back and forth. Stuff that's a little bit like grayish and stuff like that, I really think is cool. I feel like actually fits the design of a Warframe in terms of their like color palettes and stuff. And then you get into some stuff like this that's super vibrant and out there. But at the same time, I mean, if you were to customize, like if you had a battle suit that you could color and customize, yeah, I mean, you like spray paint it some vibrant, crazy colors. I think that'd be pretty cool too. So I don't know. It's all up to you, the player's perception, not perception, preferences, I guess. So there you have it. Vibrant greens, vibrant purples, some whites, grays, anything in there. I feel like if you do get Grendel, you could probably go through the random colored design like I do and find a few things, some inspiration, and then tweak it to your preference. But there you have it, Grendel looking really cool. In fact, that's kind of cool as well. Maybe I'll try to tweak this and work with that. But that's going to be it for this episode. That's Grendel. His Syandana, his signature Syandana, is called the Sumba Syandana. But there you have it. I'm running him currently with the Ogress, just because I thought an Ogress would be a cool knockdown type weapon. The Atamos, which is just because he has a beam, like these energy orbs of light type thing that comes out of his stomach. So I thought it would be cool that he could have a gun that could shoot that beam of light type energy thing. I don't know. Anyways, I thought those were pretty cool. And then the Masseter, which is just his signature weapon as well, which I think is really, really cool too. So I mean, it's kind of, these are kind of all Grineer-ish type stuff. So I could make a Grineer Grendel. I think that'd be kind of cool, but that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try and get Titania's skin, deluxe skin out there so you guys could see that. I actually went and got the parts I needed to make a new Titania so that I could do a deluxe skin version of her. And I hope you guys do like that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Blow!